The way we're looking at now is saying, look, the market's priced this reflationary trade to a significant extent already. And probably a lot of that's, I mean, while the trend is clearly in that direction, maybe the markets have got a little bit ahead of themselves. So the dollar obviously testing key resistance at the moment. Bond yields also testing key resistance. Dollar looks overbought, bonds look oversold. So maybe we'll see some sort of rebalancing here in the next 1 or 2 months.
Sort of a pause that refreshes, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
What happens after that, though?
I think,
or does it depend on Trump?
It does to some degree, but we have to remember that actually the economy is already bouncing into some capacity constraints. So unemployment is already pretty low. So a lot of people saying that the recovery from the global financial crisis has been very gradual, but the reality is unemployment has continued to come down. So one can make the case that actually the economy is already expanding at faster than potential. So if he puts on the foot on the floor with regards to fiscal policy, then the central bank, which obviously has had its foot on the floor with monetary policy, is probably going to have to start tapping the brakes.
He's going to have to play catch-up, right? So, and I were talking about this last week. What are the risks that inflation could overshoot, or that we could get ourselves into a stagflation situation where we have high prices but low growth?
Well, obviously, the markets are pricing the reflation rather than stagflation at the moment. Otherwise, equities wouldn't be doing what they're doing. And I suppose the point is, and this is the point that we've made, is saying when you're coming from very low levels of inflation, where people actually were worried about disinflation or even deflation, the reflation trade is actually positive for equities in the short term. The risk comes, obviously, if you start getting inflation towards 3 or 4%, and that's when equities really generally derate quite markedly. Now, we're a long way from there at the moment, so we probably still have some headroom.